Hi all. Good evening and good morning as well. So today, finally, we have today officially this is the first class of Python. Okay, and we had a demo session yesterday, so I have told you about that format and all this stuff. Okay, so net before I proceed with the session, do you have any question from from the format perspective of how you're taking class and all these things? Any question, anyone?
No, Tanvir.
Just a minute. Last moment. Slide. Okay. So hope my screen is visible to you guys, right? Okay. So yesterday I have taught you on this Jupyter notebook, which is here I think I have taught you here. Okay, these all things we have discussed. So now today, what I have covered. Okay, these things I have covered yesterday. So, but I am planning to start with ideally. Okay. Once we will get some maturity level, then I will start on this Jupyter notebook. Okay, so for the time being, so I will show you an ideally, and then once we will proceed further, we can work on this Jupyter notebook because that interface is little bit simple. Okay, and sometime it is getting stuck here on my machine because a lot of other applications are also running. So for ideally, just you have to write ideally. Okay, so once you will install the Python, you will get this. Click on the open. Okay. So far clear. And please be muted, guys, if you're not speaking. Then click on the file, new file. This is very simple. Okay. So that's why I'm planning to start with this. But after a few classes, then we will move to Jupyter Notebook. But again, that is same. Okay. Don't worry about all those things. That what is Jupyter and all those things. So these are the coding grounds where you can write your code. Okay, so please don't get confused with all these things. Okay, so now I have shared the what I can say like syllabus yesterday. Okay, so again I will share that in the group. Don't worry, if in the target group. Now, first of all, I will quickly revise what we have discussed yesterday. So first of all, print statement. Okay, so print statement is used to print something like in select, in SQL, you have select. If you write select, you can display some column, right? And you the values. So similarly, I will not tell exactly print is same as select. No, print is to print something. Okay, and in any programming language. Okay. Hope my voice is audible and screen is visible clearly to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Tanvir.
Yes, Tanvir.
So fine. So in any programming language, there are certain reserved keywords. You go for any programming language. Okay. There are certain reserved keywords. So actually, if you're learning any programming language, so actually you are learning those keywords only. Okay. And then you will use those keywords to build some logic. If you will think about SQL, I will give the I will correlate a lot of things in Python with SQL because most of you are from the SQL background. Generally, I don't do that, but in this platform, most of you are from the SQL, but not most. I think all of you, right? So it will be easy for you to correlate and understand. Okay, like if you think about SQL, what I have taught you the use case of each and every keyword, like what is the use case of select, distinct, order by, group, set operators, joins, window functions, right? CT, subquery. I just taught you that what is the application of this, how it works, how engine executes it, right? And then on top of that, we have built some logics, correct? So this is the algorithm or the flow chart for any programming language. First of all, you have to understand their reserved keywords, means the special meaning which the keyword has. And then slowly we will build some logic. That's all. Once you will understand this, you will become strong in any programming language. Okay. And before starting this, I'm assuming that you guys don't know anything about Python. So I will start from scratch. So print is a reserved keyword which is used to print something. Like suppose if I will write hi, so it means I am telling to Python that Python, please print hi. Okay. Now, please go on mute, guys. Okay. Now, after this, if you will click on run button and run module, okay. So you have to save this. Source must be saved. Okay. So I'll click on this and then write something like today is 21st May. Or let me write like this. Python 21st May. Okay, I will keep this in Python folder. Okay, so that is saved, and now you will get the output here high. So that's why I am starting on this notepad version. It is simple to understand. And then after 2 to 3 weeks, we will jump to Jupyter that I will show you. Okay, let me close this one. Close this. Close this one. Okay, hope it is clear, guys. Now, if you want to display print, we are learning Python. So whatever you want to print, you write within quotes, click on run button, click on run module, save it. We are learning Python. Hope it is clear. In SQL, the reserved keywords are case sensitive or not?
They are
Yes,
cancelled.
yes, sensitive.
Yes.
SQL reserved keywords
No,
are case.
No,
no,
no, no,
no.
no, no.
No,
Only
It will
sensitive to
not.
data.
no. Only data are case sensitive. I have shown you that select you can write in lowercase, you can write in uppercase. And that's the best thing I like in SQL. SQL will never bother me with case, spaces, indentation, and all those things. But in Python, you have to be very careful. Not only in Python, in many other language, you have to be careful with that. I mean, if you will write this print, like if you will write P in uppercase, and if I will write like this, okay, let me write like this. Okay, something like say hi. Okay. So if I'm executing it, run, save. You see, it is throwing error message. Okay. The previous one, this to know, this I is coming because of this one. Okay. And then the next one, we are learning Python. This one, this is coming because of this. We are learning Python. But when the Python has executed the third line, this capital P, it has thrown this error message because Python is not able to understand what is this uppercase P. So that's why Python is case sensitive with the reserved keyword. You have to be very careful. Hope it is clear. Yeah, that's as
Yes.
simple. Okay. Now you must be thinking that Tanvir, you have written here in in single quotes. Can I write in double quotes? So suppose I write let's learn Python. You can write anything, whatever you want. So I'm running this in double quotes. Okay, see, this is in double quotes. Let me run this. Okay, I check the output. Now see. Okay. No, it should. Oh no, sorry. This have to change now. So this has to be in lowercase. Okay. So now let me run this. Now see, let's learn Python. So even if you write in double quotes or single quotes, it will work. But my recommendation is so please write this in single quotes only. Okay. Is that fine? So far clear? So far just I taught you that print command is used to print something And this you have to write all in lowercase because Python is case sensitive with the reserved keywords. So you have to be careful with the case. And you can write this in double quotes or single quotes, everything will work. Hope it is clear so far.
Yes, Sandeep.
Okay, good. Now there is a concept of I will I will keep on I will note down this. 1 minute. I will keep it in my notepad somewhere. I will keep all these things in a notepad. Okay, and then finally I will share this with you guys. Okay, fine. Or else let me keep it here only, not an issue. Okay, to understand what is happening here. Now, suppose what I was, I have told you yesterday about variables. Okay, I know many of the terms will be very new for the non-technical person, but those who are from technical backgrounds, so maybe these all things will be something you have heard a number of times. There is a concept of variable. Okay, variable is like a carry bag. I told you that in variable you can store something. You see, actually, Python you are studying because this will help you to play with data, either process the data or do analysis or clean the data, whatever you want to do. This will help you to play the data at a very high level. This is the purpose of learning Python. So to play with the data, first of all, you have to store data, no? If you remember when I was teaching you SQL, what I taught you, that first of all, you have to store the data. And there I told you that you have to create a table. Then in that table, you should have columns. Then you can store data. Similarly, in Python, I'm not telling that variable is equivalent to table. No, that point I'm not telling. I'm not telling that they both are equivalent. No, but in Python, if you want to store data, there is a concept of variable. So variable is like a carry bag or bucket or box, whatever you want. It will help you to store that data. Is that clear? Okay. So where is this one? Okay. Now here. So suppose this is your carry bag or box. Okay. So this is a variable because here you can store your data, whatever you want, A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3. Okay, Mohan, Sohan, David, John, whatever you want, you can store in a variable. So variable is used to store data. Okay. Now, this variable, this when I have created this box, okay, and I'm telling that this box will store some, will be used to store some data. So, do you think this variable is utilizing some space of this Excel sheet? Yes or no? Yes, it is utilizing. It is
Yes.
utilizing some space of this Excel sheet, no? So whenever you are creating a variable in Python or any other language, okay, it consumes some memory. Okay, that's very simple. That is a common sense. So it consumes some memory. So hope you understood why we need uh, variable. Variable is used to store some data. Now suppose the variable is a. If I'm writing a equals 10, so I'm telling to Python, I have a carry bag or box which is known as variable, and this name is a, and in this I am storing 10. Okay. If you want that, no, Tanvir, please prove this that this variable is storing a. So you write print and a. Like in SQL, how you use select, and you will prove that okay, select a star from employee table, and you will prove that in employee table you have the data. Similarly, you will write print a. So then you will run, it will display the data. Now see, and 10 is there, no? So it means Python has proved that yes, in variable a, successfully I have stored 10. Is this clear?
Yes.
Is this clear
Yes.
so far? Okay, fine. Uh, okay, yeah. After that, I will teach that then with the chicken. So this is clear. Okay. Now, In variable A, I have stored here value 10. Okay. Now, in a variable, it is not like you can store only 10. Or suppose you have a variable B. In this variable, suppose I want to store 2.5. Okay, so you can store that as well. If you want to publish this, print B. Okay, so now I will run this, click on run. Okay, so now see 2.5. So right now I have shown you that how in a variable you can store this number 10, then this decimal number 2.5. Okay. Now suppose you have a variable C, and this if you want to store, suppose what you want to store, suppose you want to store Abdul. Okay. So you want to store Abdul in this variable C. If you want to display this, write print and then write C. So when you will run this, click on the run button. Okay. Now see, it has displayed Abdul. Correct. So far I have shown you that there is a variable. In the variable, you can write any name for the variable. I have shown you here that name is A, name is B, name is C. And in this variable, you can store this number 10, this decimal number 2.5. This is string Abdul, some name. And I have proved that yes, in this variable, this value has been stored successfully. Is this clear?
Sir, what if we will not include the Abdul with single inverted comma?
That you have to give, sir. That you have to give. Suppose if I'm writing D, okay, D equals Amir, okay, and if I have not given info and in quotes, okay, and if I will tell engine that print D, okay, print D. Let's check this. It is throwing error message, no? Engine is confused. What is this, Amir, right? So that's why if you want to store some name, you have to keep it within quotes. I think the same thing I taught you in SQL as well. The var if you remember that variable character. So you have to keep that
String.
within quotes. Yeah.
Okay.
Hope it is clear so far.
Tanvir,
Yes,
what will
sir.
be if I enclose 2.5 in quotes?
This one. You can keep this as well in quotes. I will show you. A is equal to suppose I will take some other example, 3.5 or any other thing you can take. I will write print 20. Okay. So let me run this. Oh, this will throw error message. So I will remove this on. So that's why you have to keep it within quotes. Okay. Keep it within quotes. So now I will execute. You will see for 3.5. Now see it has displayed 3.5. Maybe you are thinking that Tanvir, then what is the difference? Here you have not given with the in quotes. Here you have written this within quotes. So which one we should follow? What is the difference? So I will teach you when I will teach you data type, no? Then I will teach you that part. Okay. Is that fine? Is that clear, guys?
Okay.
So, so till here we have studied that there is a concept of variable. Variable is nothing your carry bag or bucket in which you can store some data. And I have shown you the example that you can store number, you can store decimal, you can store some alphabets, ABCD or any name. These names must be within quotes. If you will not give within quotes, it will throw error message. Okay, this decimal or number, you can keep it within quotes as well. That we will discuss that which one to prefer. Should we here, Tanvir, you have shown without quotes. Here, Tanvir, you have shown within quotes. So which one we should prefer? Should we go without quotes with numbers or decimals? Or should we keep it within quotes? So that part we will discuss. Give me some time for that. So far, any other question? I know, I see, this variable is not over. A lot of scenarios are there. We will discuss all those things. I'm asking whatever I taught you so far. Is this clear? From this, if do you have any question? No new scenarios. From this, if you have any question, tell me. Once I will tell you that yes, variable is over And then if I miss any scenario, then you can tell that you can please cover the scenario. From this, do you have any question, anyone? Clear to everyone, right?
Yes, Tanvir.
Okay, good. Now suppose I have here A equals 5. I have here B equals 2. I have here C equals A plus B. So what is the meaning of this? I have a variable A in which I am storing 5. I have a variable B in which I am storing 2. And in variable C, this is a new bucket box. In this, I am telling Python, please add the value of variable A and the value of variable B. Okay. So now, if I will write this print C, so it means the Python will, whatever Python has calculated here, A plus B, it will store that in C. And then I am telling Python that please display what we have stored in C. Okay. So let's check the output. See, the output is 7, right? Okay. So let me show you that. So 5 plus 2, 7. So it means what we understood from this example, that we can store a number in a variable. We can store some other number in a variable. Then we can perform some calculation. I've shown a very simple calculation of addition. The intention is not to teach you that Python can do the calculation. That's a different topic. Just I'm showing you that a variable can't be used only to store data, but a variable you can use to do some calculation, and the output of that calculation can be stored in a variable. So that is what I'm trying to prove here. Is this clear? This one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, suppose suppose you have A equals 10, you have B equals 8, and you have C equals A minus B. So what is the meaning of this? The meaning is we are storing 10 in a variable A, we are storing 8 in a variable B, and I'm telling Python that please perform this operation A minus B, and whatever result you are getting, please store that in a variable C. Okay. So now if you want to check it, print C. Run. So 10 minus 8 is 2. Is this clear? So you got the output too? Fine. Okay, so from this two example, this one and this one, I have shown you that you can use a variable to do some calculation as well. Okay. One very interesting thing. Here I have used the variable C. In this variable, what value you have?
Integer
What value you have? 7, right? 5
7.
plus 2, 7. Right here you have, we are performing 5 plus 2. So here you have 7. Now in the same variable C, which operation I'm doing now? 10 minus 8, which is 2. So now in this variable C, the value is 2. Now I have a question. When I will execute this print C, now in the variable C, earlier the value was 7. Now the value is 2. So when I executed this, you have seen that it has given the output as 2, right? So what it means, that in a variable, if already something is present, then even then you can add a new value. Okay, but the previous value will be lost, and that variable will accept the new value or the latest value. This is a very important point. And that's why when you are assigning value to a variable, you have to be careful. Okay. Hope it is clear. No, not clear, not clear. Okay, let's see one example. Suppose variable is X and the value is 45. Variable is x, value is 55. So if I will execute print x, what will be the output? 45 or 55?
55.
55. Because earlier I have stored 45, but then I stored 55. So what is the latest value? Latest value is 55. So when I will execute this, engine will show 55. Okay. So let me delete all these things from here. Okay, I'm executing this. Please check the output. See, output is 55. So what we learned from this, that the variable will take the latest value. Hope it is clear.
So Tanvir, it's override.
It is overwriting it. Correct. It is overwriting. But if you are thinking that no, Tanvir, I want to retain the previous value as well. So when I will teach you list, tuples, and all these things, so that the little bit other data types, then you will discuss that part.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question?
So
Yes,
location
sir.
of both the x will be same when x is equals to 45 and x equals to 55.
It is same, no? The name is same. This is also x. This is also x. So it is same variable. Okay, it is. So it works like this. Let me explain you. Where is this? So when you are telling a variable x, so where is that 1 minute? When you are executing this, no, first line. So what will happen here? First of all, engine will create a box or bucket. Okay, this is the bucket. In this bucket, it will assign that this bucket belongs to x. Okay. And in this, it will store 45. Okay. Now, when engine will see the next line, so engine will understand that, oh, Tanvir is again referring to the same variable x. Okay, so already we have reserved a place for this. So what Tanvir wants to add now? 55. So it will replace 45 with 55. Now, when you are telling print x, so what is present in the bucket x? 55. So it will display 55 here in the output. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir, one question, please.
Yeah.
So So you said that the memory address will be the same, right? I mean,
Yes.
provided you, okay. So does the allocation of the memory also, right? Like the number of bytes that it assigns to that variable, is it the same then?
It is same. If the value you stored is same, it will occupy the same space. But yes, if the value what you're storing, if it is something bigger number, it will take more memory.
Oh, okay. More memory. Okay, got it.
I will come to that memory part and the data type. So that area I have not touched now, but I will explain that in some time now. Okay.
Got it. Thanks.
Okay, no issue. So far, hope you all understood that what is variable, why we need variable. In variable, you can store numbers, you can store this. I'm not intentionally I'm not telling floating point, okay? Because those who know this concept of float, you'll be thinking why Tanvir is not telling floating point. I'm not telling that. I will come to that after some time. So just to keep the things very simple, I'm telling this is a decimal point. Okay, so this is a decimal number. Then I have stored some alphabets, A, B, C, D, and all those things. Then I have shown you that even if you're not, you see why this is important. If you're learning SQL now, these all things doesn't matter much there. Okay, because SQL needs a strong logic. That's all. Okay, but in Python and many other similar languages, you have to be careful with all this cosmetic stuffs. Okay, otherwise you will struggle in understanding this only. So logic part will come out later on, but you will fail here. So that's why these all cosmetic things are very important to understand. Okay. Okay, fine. So then I have shown you that in a variable, you can perform some operation as well. Again, don't think that Tanvir is teaching addition, subtraction, and no, that we'll discuss in separate class. I will teach you in separate class what is addition, subtraction, division, modulus, and all those things. Just I'm telling within a variable, you can perform some calculation as well. I have shown addition and subtraction. Then I have shown you that in a variable, you can store values, but the Python will display the latest value only because it overrides the value. Hope it is clear so far.
Yes, Tanvir.
Okay. Now
Sir,
you.
one doubt. Instead of, if you will not use print, what will it will give answer without print?
You don't want to write print?
Yes.
Okay. So generally it is preferred that you should write print here. Suppose here you're telling not to write print and write X only. Is that you're telling?
Yes, right.
Okay. You're getting the value here two only. Okay. And here if you see this value 45, 55 and nothing else is showing. Why? Because you are not telling engine what to do, right? So that's why you have to write print. The engine will understand that, oh, user is telling me to display something, to print something.
Okay.
That's clear.
Okay.
If you have learned Java, there you use that system.pin.ln. Okay. And similarly, if you have learned PL SQL, there you have DBMS output underscore line that you use there. So similarly in SQL, you use select, right? And where is that? Unix, you use echo and all those things. So similarly, here you have to write print to print something. So very simple. Hope it is clear.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Then, okay, now there are certain rules and regulations about a variable. Okay, so far in all these things, the variable name I have used a single character A, B, C, D, E, and all those things. But you can use multiple characters as well. Suppose I want to use a variable with the name. So you can use it and write here name is equal to suppose Yusuf. Okay, so it is fine. So you can use multiple characters as well for the variable name. I have used here the name of the variable as name, and in this I'm storing Yusuf. If you want to publish, you write print name. Okay, again click on run button. Very simple. Okay. Now see it has displayed Yusuf here. So what we learned from this, that a variable name, you can write anything. Suppose I want to write age 25. Okay, then write print age. Fine. And then click on this run button, run module. Okay. Now see it is displaying age here 25. So variable name, you can write either a single character or multiple characters. Here we have 4 characters for this variable name. Here we have 3 characters for the variable name. Okay. This is not allowed. That's suppose if you want to write my space name is equal to Rohan. Okay. And if you want to print this, print my space name, I want to print this. Invalid sentence. It is throwing error message. Why? Because in a variable, spaces are not allowed. This is exactly same if you remember in a column name, I taught you that you cannot give a space. The spaces are not allowed. Either you keep it together or if you want place under same thing in the column name of the table, if you remember, you have to give underscore. So now if I write underscore here, print my name. So now please verify the output. Now see, engine has displayed this thing. So this is one important rule that in a variable name, you should not give a space. Spaces are not allowed. First rule. Second rule, suppose I want to write 123 name, variable name is 123 name equals, suppose I want to write here India. Okay. And I will print 123 name. Okay. Okay. Now I'm trying to run this. Let's check the output. Oh, what happened? It has thrown error message. Okay. It is because a variable should not start with the number. That is not allowed. Okay. Clear? So spaces are not allowed in variable. A variable should not start with number. That is also not allowed. Okay. Now, what if I will write name 123? I will write this variable after this name 123. Okay. Now let me execute this. Are you getting the output here? So what we learned from this, that in a variable name, spaces are not allowed, and a variable name should not start with number, but it can have number, it can end with number. That is allowed. Any questions so far?
Can we use any other special character, Tanvir?
That I will show you after this. From this, do you have any question? Is this clear? Is this clear, ladies and gentlemen, so far? Any question?
Yes.
Clear. Okay.
Yes.
Now, okay, good. So how you're finding it so far? Is this simple? Simple, right? I don't think that it is having a lot of rules and regulations. So you will use this n number of times. So automatically everything will get by heart. Now, second rule is, suppose like here I have shown you that I can use underscore in a variable name. If you want, you can start with underscore. That is allowed. Suppose I will write underscore name is equal to John. Okay. So let's check this. So here I'm starting a variable with underscore. Let's check this with that engine will accept this or not. Okay, it has accepted. So what we learned that in Python, you can start with underscore. That is also allowed. What is not allowed here? Spaces are not allowed. This variable should not start with number. That is also not allowed. Okay. Now coming to a special character. Okay, whether a special character is allowed or not. Suppose I will take $sign. $name equals Tom. Okay, and I will print this. Print $name. Please don't do drawing on the board. Print $name. So let's check the output. Oh, what happened? It has thrown error message. So it means it's a special character is also not allowed. Okay. So these are the few rules. Okay. Related to variables, but my recommendation is don't do all this research, or means don't do all this permutation and combination when you're practicing. You should know these rules and regulations. When I am working, what I prefer is I start variable with some meaningful name. Okay, so you can assign variable with some meaningful name. That is allowed. Okay, any other question?
It is like
Hmm.
underscore is allowed and dollar is not allowed only.
Underscore is allowed, but dollar is not allowed. Why underscore is allowed? The reason is, suppose I want to create a variable with the name transaction details. Okay. And in this, I'm keeping some value 5600. Okay. And I want to print this. Okay. If I will print this, check the output. What happened? Oh, just throwing a message because of this. Let me remove this one. Okay, you got the output, but the problem here is This name looks little bit weird, right? So that's why if you have some big name, okay, so that's why it is suggested that you give underscore. Now it is little bit easy to read that, oh, this is transaction detail. So that's why you can use underscore, that is allowed. Generally, when we program in Python, generally you will see that you will either use simple names or with underscore. Or if sometime if you want numbers, you can use number as well. But spaces are not allowed, special characters are not allowed, and your variable should not start with numbers. That is not allowed. These are the simple rules. Hope it is clear so far. Okay.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
in a variable, you can store number, you can store decimal, you can store characters, anything. Okay. Fine. Fine. So shall I proceed further if this variable is clear? Okay.
Yes, Tanvir.
Okay, fine. Now, if you are getting this question, sometime in interviews, what happened? Like interviewers can ask you silly question, okay, just to check that how much a strong ground you have, okay. So variables, if they're asking you, okay, tell something about variables. So variables are used to store what? Data
Data.
or values, okay. Fine. Next question. Are you allocating some memory to variables?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we are allocating some memory to variables. Okay, that's very important. And do you think each variable has some address?
Yes.
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 If you are allocating memory to a variable, so each memory has some address. It means your variable has some address as well. Okay, good. Now, in a variable, can you store data of any particular type only? It means only integers, only decimals, or only strings? No.
No.
You can store data of any type, whatever you want, you can store. Oh, I missed one thing. If you remember, like in our 10th or 12th standard, we have studied about complex number, right? Like 3 plus 4j, right? So I think you all have studied the complex number, right? This j is root of -1, and this is known as complex number. So even you can store complex number in a variable. So I'm writing print of a. So let's check the output. See, it has displayed this 3 plus 4j as well. So you can store this. One interesting thing I will show you here. If I will write b equals 5j plus 2, okay, and I will write print. I think you all have heard, you all have studied, no? I think everyone would have studied complex number in your primary school. So this print b 2 plus 5. Actually, what I want to explain you here. You see, I have written here 5j plus 2, no? Correct? But when engine has displayed this, it has displayed 2 plus 5j. Okay. So always the real part will be displayed first, then the imaginary part. Okay. So net, we learned that in variable, we can store numbers, integers, characters, and complex number as well. Okay. Is this clear so far? One more thing. Those who have studied the other programming languages, so you might be thinking that Tanvir, in all the other programming languages, first of all, we used to assign the data. Oh, data type I have not taught. Okay, I will come to that after this. Okay. Now, this is all about variables, and this variable we will study n number of times. But before entering into the data type, I have to tell you one more thing: the concept of input. Okay. Now, although we have discussed this yesterday, but I want to repeat this. Few more concepts are related to that. Like suppose I I have here variable name. Okay. So I don't want to give the name. I want user to pass the name. So you can use this input reserved keyword. The meaning of this is you are telling Python that Python, you please ask the value of this variable which has to be stored from the user. Okay. And give some message. Please enter your name. And this is very common. When you're logging to Gmail, it is asking your user ID and password. That is based on the input. When you are entering your credentials in the ATM, what you are doing, it is that console is asking you to enter down this. So that is nothing but input only. So when you're writing name equals input, it means you are telling so your Python is asking the name from you. Okay. Now, if you want to print this, I will write print name. Now I will run this. It's asking for to enter the name. Okay, I will write here Tanveer. So it has displayed this one. The name is Tanveer. Okay. So you understood the meaning of input? Means it will ask you to write, or maybe suppose age equals input. Please enter your age. Okay. Then if you want to print this, print age. Okay. Now click on run button. It's asking, please enter your name first. So I will write the name. Oh, where is that? Tanveer. It's asking age, suppose 32. Okay. So now it has displayed the name Tanveer. It has displayed the age as 32. Okay. So you understood the meaning of input, guys?
Yes, Tanvir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, when I displayed it here, it is not looking very user friendly that suddenly what is this Tanveer? What is this 32? Okay. So my manager told me that Tanveer make it in such a way that it should be more readable. Okay. So I told, okay, fine. And my manager is telling, ask the user his name and salary. Suppose name. So I will write name equals input. So here I will write, please enter your name. Okay, then I will use colon and space. Okay. The more space you will give here, no, at the output, you will see this spaces will be there. I'm giving just one space. Okay. Then suppose salary equals input. Python is very simple and interesting as well, but you have to understand this in a proper format. Please enter your salary. Okay. Now, so a user will enter this. Now I have to print. So I will write print my name is, okay, comma, name. I will explain this, don't worry. Print my age is, comma, age. Okay. Now I will remove this one from here, okay, because you will get confused otherwise. So now I am running this. See, what it is asking, please enter your name. So suppose my name is John. I will write John here. Please enter your salary. Suppose my salary is 500. Enter 500. Now see, it is saying my name is John. My age is 25. My age is 25. My age is coming. Oh, salary, no. Okay, my salary is, I will write this salary as well. Okay. So now when I will run this, It is asking, please enter your name. Name is John. Salary is 500. So now see output. My name is John. My salary is 500. Now, let's try to understand it a little bit. So this is the piece of code. Let me keep it here. Okay, now here this is the output. Where is the output? This is the output. This is the output, right? This is the output. So let's try to understand this. Let me keep it here. This is the output. First of all, engine will execute this line. So here, what you are telling, what is name here?
Variable.
Variable. So name is variable. Input. What is the meaning of input?
Take the input from user.
You are taking the input from user. Okay, you are telling Python that Python, please take the input from user and display this message. Please enter your name. So that's why you see here, Python has displayed, please enter your name. And as a user has entered John. So in this name variable, what is stored here? On guys, tell me in this name
John.
variable, what you
John.
have stored?
John.
John. So in this name variable, you have stored John. Okay. Next one. Let me take some other color. Okay. Now here, what is salary? Variable. Okay. Now in this variable, let's assign a bucket for this variable salary. So this is your bucket. Okay. Now here you are telling, here you have input. Input means you are telling Python that Python, please take the input from user. Please allow user to enter his salary. So here you see Python will show this message. Please enter your salary. So user has mentioned 500. So in this salary bucket, we will store 500. In the memory, this will be stored. Okay. Then next line, print. What is the meaning of print? To display. Okay. So here you are telling SQL engine to please display this, right? Which color should I select? Well, this is black color. This is yellow. No, yellow is not visible. Okay, let's check this color. Print. Okay, now here we have written my name is. So till here, whatever you have written within quotes, no, this one. Okay. So this will be displayed as it is. So that's why it is my name is. Or maybe let me keep this in red color. So whatever you will keep it in quotes, within quotes, my name is. So Python will display it as it is. You see, it has displayed here, my name is. You have given colon, it has given colon. Okay. And then comma, name. This name I have not given within quotes. Okay. So the engine will understand that, oh, there is a variable which is name. So user is telling me to fetch the data from this name. So that is why engine, it will take the value which is present in this name variable and it will display here. Hope it is clear. Similarly, the next one, print my salary is 500. So you are telling print my salary is, this is within quotes. So engine has displayed as it is, my salary is. Then comma and salary. This salary I have not given within quotes. Or then engine will understand that, oh, Tanvir wants me to display the value which is stored in this salary variable. Then this salary variable, what value you have stored? 500. So engine will display this 500 here. So that's why here you are displaying 500. Is this clear?
Sir, I have one question actually.
Please.
In this print, my salary is salary. Here, this salary we are giving as integer, but it's getting concatenated with this my salaries. I mean, don't we need to typecast?
No. See, that is not happening here. Typecast, I will teach after some time. But here, this is not actually concatenation. This my salary is a message. Okay, so it is just displaying this message along with this salary value. I do understand you are thinking that Tanvir, the numbers or the strings cannot be
Yes.
displayed together.
Yes.
So that will happen when you want to display two variables. Okay, and they are having values which is number or integer, that we will discuss. Then I will teach you how to typecast it. Okay. Maybe if time permits today, we will discuss it. But is this clear so far? What I taught?
Yes.
So one question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So basically it's reading from left to right, right? Because like what you said, it creates a bucket first, like name bucket, and then it prompts the user to input something into that bucket, right? Like name or salary or whatever that is. Okay. So that's the thought process, right?
Yes, you are right. Engine will see that Tanvir has written name. So engine will understand that, oh, Tanvir wants to create a variable name. So quickly the engine will assign a space or bucket for this name. Then engine will see the next keyword. And that is why Python is interpreted language, because it goes line by line. Oh, okay, leave that. I will discuss that after some time. Okay, so here this is name, this is input. Input means the user has to pass some value. It will go like this. First this line, then second line, like that. It goes line by line, line by line. Okay, I hope it is clear, Anita.
Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah. Good.
Okay. Any other question, anyone?
Sir, in the first line you have wrote name equals to input, please enter your name. Sir, you haven't mentioned print statement anywhere, then how it's printing, please enter your name.
Oh, you are telling about this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good question. Here, like when you're writing input no, so this has inbuilt functionality that, okay, I have to print this. For this, print the command is not required. The engine will understand that, oh, this message I have to pass to the user. Okay, that's why it is getting displayed here. Please enter your name. Is that clear?
Okay, sir. Sir, means whatever will be inside the code, we will get.
That will be displayed. But you see, actually, this is the final print statement which will be displayed on console. Like, see, I will give you one example. When you're doing transaction in ATM, okay. So it will, first of all, it will ask your you will insert your card. Then it will ask many questions like, is your PIN, the savings account, how much money you want to withdraw, and all these things, right? So those are not the print statement actually. Those are like what I can say. I forgot that technical word. They're asking value from you. They're asking you to enter the value. And finally, once you are done all the transaction, then you will see it will display that, okay, you can withdraw your cash and this is the balance. That will pop up on your, not pop up, that will be displayed on your screen. So that is the final print, which is the task of print statement here. But this, we want the message the Python is displaying, no, it is displaying on the console to take the value from user. So you cannot tell that this is a part of print. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, okay, sir.
Okay, any other, this has to be very clear, guys, because these all things we will use n number of times. So if you have any question, please feel free and ask. Is this clear so far?
Sir, as a user, we will only get to see my name is this and my salary is this.
Good. This is the final, means means when you will work in project. So this is the final thing which you will display. This will be your final output. Okay. Not clear.
Okay, sir.
Clear to everyone? Okay. So fine. So this is little bit. I will not tell this is the complex, but little bit complex as compared to the examples what I've shown you here. I started with a single character variable, then slowly I've shown you multiple characters in variable. Then I've shown you an example where we want Python to ask values from the user, and user will give some value. Then some fancy word you can display here, some fancy message as per the requirement you can display here, whatever you want. Okay. But here you have to be careful with this comma and salary. This salary I have not given in quotes. Okay. So the engine will understand that, oh, this is a, what I can say, this is a variable. Fine. Hope it is clear. Fine. Okay. Let me proceed further. Now, I have displayed this message on the console. Now my manager is telling that Tanvir, this looks good. You are displaying my name is John, my salary is this. But Tanvir, for me, it looks a little bit old fashioned that you are, it's like replicating my again. But then we do something like it should display like this. My name is John. Okay, and my name is John, and salary is 500. Okay, so can we do something and display this message in a single line? Okay, don't display this in multiple lines. Is the requirement clear?
Yes.
Hope the requirement is clear, everyone. Okay, so now for this, what I will do here, I will write. Let me do one thing. Let me copy this in the notepad, or let me comment out this. Okay, I know a comment I have not taught you. I will teach in some time. Comment is like if you write this hash, no, this will not be executed. That is the meaning of comment. Okay, I have given a hash here. This will not be executed. Okay. So, or else let me write here print my name is, and then comma name. Okay. Then comma within quotes or within quotes, and salary is colon space comma salary. Okay. I'm executing this and then we will discuss the output. Okay. Okay, it's asking for the name. Suppose the name is John. Salary is 500. Now see, it has displayed my name is John and salary is 500. Okay. So now how? Let's try to understand this. So here, let's say query. This is, oh, not query code. This is your code. I hope this part is clear, right? This you all have understood. Okay, now coming to this. First is print. Print means the Python will understand that I have to print something. Now here it has 4 components. You have to understand it. This part is within quotes. So meaning of this is you want to display this as this. So it will display my name is. That's why you can say this is displayed as my name is. Okay. Next part is comma name. So the meaning of this is you are telling Python to display the value or data which has been stored in this name variable. So in this name variable, what is stored? John. It has displayed John here. Okay. Then and salary is. This is again within quotes. So whatever you will write within quotes, Python will display it as it is. No confusion. So that's why you see it has displayed this as it is and salary is. Okay. Then you have given comma salary. This salary is not within quotes. Then what is the meaning of this? This is a variable. Okay. So now this salary variable value is 500. That's why it has displayed 500 here. Is this clear? Hope it is clear, guys. Now, suppose if your manager is telling that, no, I don't want this colon, whatever you have given here. So what you have to do, this query, remove the colon here. Okay. And then run this query again. Now see, enter your name, John, salary 500. My name is John and salary is 500. There is no colon. Is this clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Any question? Okay. So far you understood? Fine. Now suppose. Now next scenario. Now suppose here. Not this one. This one. Now let me comment out this. No. Now again coming back to this one. Okay. Let me run this. So your name John. Salary is 500. Okay. So this has been displayed. This is getting displayed in two separate lines. My name is John in one line. My salary is 500 in another line. Okay. But here, if you see this query, in this query, I have written two print statements. This is one print statement. This is another print statement. Okay. Now, suppose the requirement is we want to display this in two lines only. Suppose this is the requirement. We want to display in two lines, but we but we have to write a single print statement. Is the requirement clear what I'm telling?
Yes.
We want to display this in two separate lines. You see here I have displayed in two separate lines. My name is John in one line. My salary is 500 in separate line. Okay, suppose this is the requirement now, but you have to use only one print statement. That is the question. Hope the question is clear. Okay.
Yes.
Now, okay. Now for that, what we have to do, again, I will comment out this. For that, what we'll do, we will write here print. Okay. And then write here, my name is, if you want to give colon, your wish, I will not give colon here, comma, name. Okay. Before proceeding further, who will explain me the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this line?
It's
What is
printing
the
the
min-
name.
It will display the name with
Yeah.
my name.
My name is
First
as
of all,
data
it,
and name
first
as
of all, it
variable.
will, good. First of all, it will display this message, my
Name
name is, and then I have not written this name within quotes. So Indian will understand that, oh, this is a variable. So in this variable, whatever value has been stored, it will display it like this. Clear? Okay, fine. Now, but apart from name, in the same line, what you want to display? No, in separate line. So now in separate line, you want to display salary. My salary is, okay. So to tell to Python that, okay, please go to a new line, you have to give this plus sign, and within quotes you write this statement. So this means you are telling Python to go to a new line now. This is the meaning of this. Okay. So then Python will go to a new line And then within that new line, what you want to display? My salary is. Okay. Suppose I will not give colon here. Okay. Then comma salary. Is this clear? So now I will explain this again. So first of all, engine will display my name is. This is my name is. Then engine will see you have written this name. This is not within quotes. So engine will understand that, oh, this is a variable. It will display the value which is present in this variable name. The value is John. It will be displayed here. So this line is clear. After this, you have given plus sign and slash n. The meaning of slash n is you are telling Python that Python, now you leave this line and move to a new line. So Python will move to this new line. Then what you want to display here? My salary is. So Python will copy this. It will display my salary is. Then what you have written? Salary variable. In this salary variable, whatever you have, it will be displayed here. So the main thing which I want to teach you here is this one. Okay. The benefit of this. What is the benefit of this? This is giving a command to Python that Python, please go to a new line. Hope it is clear. So now let me run this. Please enter your name. Suppose I will write John. Please enter your salary, 500. Now check the output. The first name here, my name is John. The second line we have my salary is 500. Is this clear, guys? Yes or
So
no?
what's the use of plus sign here?
Plus sign, it is used here to indicate that, oh, there is something new argument. Okay, and this new argument is something, a special thing, a special meaning for the Python to understand. That's why it is a syntax. You have to use plus sign here. Because you are telling here that, okay, this will enter a new line. And then in that new line, please add this new message and take the value from this variable. This is the syntax here. Is this clear?
Okay, sir.
Yes, Tanvir. So with same way, if we want to have third line, like let's say my designation is, so again I
Yes.
can use the
Good,
plus
good.
and the slash n.
Good. You are right. Then again use plus slash in plus my designation is. You will get that as well. Hope it is clear.
Tanvir, what will happen if instead of using a plus symbol, I use a comma over there?
Here, comma part. Okay. Let me. I want. Just can you give me 2 minutes? Then I will
Yes,
show
sure.
you that part. Okay. Because before that, I have to tell you one more thing here, and then I will come to that part. Okay. So from this scenario, is this clear, guys? Do you have any question? No. This is clear. Okay. So far we have discussed about variables, the value what you can store here, and the rules and regulations related to variables. The spaces are not allowed. You cannot start a variable with number. You can use underscore. You can start a variable with underscore. Within variable, you can do some calculations. Then I move to this input part. This input is a reserved keyword, and here it is used to take values from the user. Okay, you can give the values to the user, and from that you can take the what I can say the values whatever user will give. So far clear? Okay, and then I have shown you different flavors of this, that how you can use this print statement with multiple examples. Fine. So hope this all things, especially this part, and the next part, this part. Is this clear, guys? Do you have any questions from here? Feel free and ask if you have any questions so far. No question. Shall I proceed further? Go on, tell me yes or no.
Yes, Tanvir.
Yes, Tanvir.
Yes. Okay. So these all are simple but very important because you will get this n number of time during this entire course. Okay. Now, okay. Here someone was asking. Okay, who asking? What question you're asking? Can you repeat? You want to remove this comma from here, right? Sorry, what was the question? Someone was asking. I forgot what was. Ismail, you asked.
Yeah, I wanted to add a comma instead of plus symbol.
Oh, okay. So this comma is there. So here you are telling Tanvir, instead of comma, can you give, sorry, instead of plus, can you give comma? That is the question, right? This is what
Yes.
you're telling? Okay, fine,
Yes.
sure. Even if you will execute this will run. So your name is John. Oh, where is that? John, salary is 500. My name is John. My salary is 500. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes, thank you.
Sir,
Okay.
so the plus sign and the comma has the same significance, like it's a continuation?
It has same significance, but down the line I will show you where you have to you should use only plus sign. Okay, so give me some time and then I will explain you that part.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Any other question, anyone? No. Okay. So now let me proceed further. What is the next topic I should take on here? So this we understood, right? And this I have over. So what I taught so far, variable is over, input is over, and all these things you have understood. Okay. Now, next topic is you have displayed variables. Also, I have displayed data type. Okay. So shall I start data type today or next class? Okay, better I will take it in the next class because data type will take one entire class. Okay, so I will stop here and we will start the concept of data type in the next class because that's again very important to understand. Okay, and then from there we'll continue. Okay, so fine then I will stop here. So just very basic introduction I have explained you, but don't think that it is having a lot of rules and regulations. No, it is very simple actually. Okay. So if possible, I will recommend you guys that please make a note of it. In Python, it is required in the beginning. Okay, if you will make notes of this, it will be helpful. Okay, so that's all from my end. And we will connect. This is a weekend class, Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 10:30. I am planning to increase this to 9 to 11, but if you guys will allow, so maybe not now, not next week. After that, I will take suggestions from you, votings. If you will allow, we will make it 9 to 11 because I want to complete it within 2.5 months. Okay. Okay, fine then, guys. We'll connect next week. Any question? Any last question, feedback or suggestion, anything?
Thank you. So Tanvir, are we not using Jupyter here? Today we are using a different interface.
Yesterday, where is that Jupyter? Yeah. Where is that Jupyter? Yesterday, I have shown on Jupyter only. Okay, but because in Jupyter, many of you they have asked me question on offline that Tanvir, many components are new in Jupyter. I'm not understanding it. Blah blah blah. Many other questions were there. So this is your Jupyter notebook. Okay, so that's why there is that where it's not coming. Okay, so that is why it's that. Yeah, the Jupyter notebook, it has many other features. So that's why I thought that first of all, I will show you on this notepad. And then after 3 or 4 class, I will show you on this Jupyter notebook.
We can even use Visual Studio, right? That is also good.
That also you can use. Okay.
So very
Fine.
case sensitive or not?
Good question. I missed this. That's what I was thinking. Something I'm missing. Very good question. I am sorry if you of you has dropped. So let me tell you very quickly. Okay. Name equals suppose John. Okay. And suppose if I'm writing print name, what will be the output?
Error.
What will be the output, guys? Let me comment out all these things.
Yes, it will
Tell
be
me
okay.
what will be the output.
Variable not
Wrong.
defined.
Error.
Okay. See here, this John you have kept in lowercase name, but what you are printing? Uppercase name. They both are different, right? They both are different, no? So that's why it is telling name is not defined, Tanvir. You are asking the value from the name variable, but have you stored something in name variable? Have you assigned that name variable? No. Then how we can display it? So it proves that the variable name is case sensitive. Okay. Hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Tanvir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. Okay, fine then, guys. I will share the recording tomorrow, and this notes we will share, and few assignment questions. I cannot find much assignment questions based on this topic, but I will try to prepare some questions, and I will share it tomorrow. Maybe multiple choice questions, true or false. Okay, we'll discuss it. Fine then. Enjoy. So I cannot
Sir, I
tell
have one
enjoy.
question, sir.
Yeah. Tell me.
Sir, in the line you have commented from the last third one, sir, you have mentioned my name is last third, sir. Commented line from the last third. Sir, above this one.
Oh, this
Yes,
one.
sir.
Okay, sorry.
Yes, sir.
Ah,
Sir,
ah.
you have mentioned print in single inverted comma. My name is inverted comma. After inverted comma, there is name, which is a variable.
This is a variable. This is not
This is,
within quotes, no? This is a
yes, sir.
variable.
So what
Now
is the
again,
significance of using comma after the variable name?
comma is to segregate. Okay, just this is a syntax. Okay, you are segregating. You are telling to engine that okay, now after this I have something different. Please, what I can say, execute this as well. This is not in code, so Python will understand that this must be a variable, and it will search this variable. It will pick the value from there, and then it will display on the output console.
So what will happen if we remove the comma after the variable name? After the variable name?
Here,
No, sir. After
here.
that. After that.
After this,
Yes,
this one.
yes, sir, this one.
Okay. This, I think they should throw error message. I mean, I have not tried this. We have a habit of always writing like this way, but I think it will throw error message. Let me check this. Where is this? This one, no? Okay. Say invalid syntax.
Yes,
That is selected here, okay? So that
Okay,
is
sir.
syntax error. We have to keep it there. Okay. So fine, guys. We'll connect next week. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Yeah, Tanvir. Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, sir.